If you've been wondering whether or not selling on Amazon FBA is still possible in 2023, listen up, because in this video, I want to share all the successes that I've had and as well as the failures that I've learned from. And if you stay till the end, I'll share a product that I've sold. I've been selling on Amazon FBA now for over 5 years, so I can really show you what it takes to build this online business and what it takes to make it work. By sharing my experiences with you, you can decide whether or not this business is for you. If you're not familiar with what Amazon FBA is or private label, let me explain. Amazon FBA is essentially a selling platform where you can send your packages to Amazon and they will store, pick, pack, and ship your products for you. Amazon is a huge e-commerce platform where they account for nearly 40% of all online retail sales. So it makes sense why selling there is a good idea, because they have a trusted platform, they have over 150 million Prime users, and it's much easier to get started with all these resources right in front of you. Private label is when you create your own product. You add your own branding to it, you change up the packaging, and then you can ship that into Amazon. This is different than wholesale, because with wholesale, you're buying branded items and then just reselling them. I prefer private label because I can invest time and thought into building out my products, making them better, making them unique, learning my customers' needs, and providing them with solutions. Why did I choose Amazon FBA though? I got into Amazon FBA after researching so many different online business ideas and ways I could get out of my 9-to-5. Out of all the available options, it seemed like Amazon FBA fit the most for me. I can build out my own products, spin up my own ideas, put in the work up front, and then get these products launched to Amazon. It seemed like a passive income opportunity, which it kind of is after you get some initial traction and reviews, but I'll explain a little bit more on this later. It's definitely more work up front to get the products vetted, the samples tested, the listings created, and some time to get ranking and reviews. To me, this sounds like an amazing opportunity even in 2023, because I've looked at other business ideas. I've tried them, and nothing comes close to the scalability of an Amazon FBA business. Selling on Amazon could be a side hustle for you, it could be a full-time income, or a multi-million-dollar empire that you can build, all without the overhead and costs associated with the physical business. But you need to understand that this is a real business and it takes real work. You got to put in the effort, time, sacrifice to build it off the ground. You need to prepare yourself for that, and you need to have the right expectations going into it. So I'll share my honest take with you, and you can decide whether or not this business is for you. And here's my only request from you. If you could please hit that like button, I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, let's talk about the pros of Amazon FBA. Amazon FBA is quite a passive income opportunity after you've put in the work up front and set everything up. Launching products takes the most time. You have to research different ideas, test them, and figure out what kind of changes and improvements you can make, so that way you can differentiate yourself in that market. And once you do that, you have to launch it, accumulate reviews, solidify your ranking, run ads, optimize things, and keep inventory in check. After you get some traction though, it doesn't take that much time to manage. You basically have to monitor your listings, make sure that inventory in stock, make sure that your search ranks are consistent, and just as long as you're selling, you should be fine. I mean, speaking from personal experience, in the beginning, I put in 2 or 3 hours a day after work to build the business and launch new products. After 8 or 12 months and my products became solidified in the search results and I got reviews, it became pretty passive. It takes maybe 2 hours a week to upkeep everything and just monitor. The second thing I love about this business is how much you can grow without having to hire any employees. I mean, I was able to generate multiple 6 figures in profits with just myself. And if you think about it, with the profits that I was able to generate, imagine all the overhead, the costs, and everything else associated with a physical location. With Amazon, the only thing I technically have to buy is inventory. I store it at their warehouses, which gives me the location freedom as well. The third thing that not a lot of people actually talk about, it's actually quite fun and rewarding to build your own physical product. I love the fact that I can research different markets, demographics, and see why customers are buying certain products, and it's just interesting. And I also love experimenting with products that I've bought, seeing how they work, seeing where I can use them, and just learning the ins and outs of it. When you're researching private label products to sell online, you get to work on building your own physical idea from scratch. You get to test the product, talk to suppliers, engineers, make any changes that you want to do, and you bring something unique to that market. It's quite fulfilling, especially if you're like me and you like to build something out of nothing. The fourth thing, which is quite amazing, is the flexibility that you have with this business. Because I don't have to have a warehouse and everything else associated with storing my inventory, I get to work on this business from anywhere. As long as I have my laptop and Wi-Fi, all I have to do is just check on my listings, make sure that reviews are coming in, the search rankings are consistent, and just talk to my suppliers for fresh inventory. Amazon even handles the returns for me. This is something I truly value in this business. All right, so what are the problems with Amazon FBA? This business will require some cash to get started. While some self-proclaimed gurus tell you that you can start this with $100, I'll tell you right away that they're lying to you, and it takes a lot more than that. In order to give this business some traction to get started, you need to buy enough inventory to get launched. And depending on what kind of market you choose, it's probably at least $2,000. Then you have to factor in some one-time costs like photography, listing copywriting, and some advertising, which can run anywhere from $300 on the low end to upwards of $3,000 on the high end. So before you go into this blindly, make sure that you have some cash saved up so you have a shot at succeeding in this business. The second thing is you have to be patient. Now, I've seen some people that get into this business, launch a very unique idea, and they're basically killing it from the month that they launch. The reality is that does not happen to everyone. You have to dedicate time to learning the market, studying your competition, and seeing what you have to do in order to succeed. Once your listing is live, don't expect hundreds of thousands of dollars to just be flowing into your account, which is what some of these people try to tell you. It takes time to rank to the top, to dial your advertising campaigns in, and everything else associated with just ranking your product. It takes time because at the end of the day, it's a competition, and that's okay. Are you just willing to compete? And you can still win. Third, you have to be a problem solver. Business is hard sometimes, and anybody who tells you it's easy is probably just trying to take your money. If you're set out to make money online, you have to be ready that there's going to be some roadblocks along the way. You have to get through shipment issues from time to time, bad reviews that can come in, competitors that could be doing stuff to your listing, and certain other things that can arise. That's why it's important to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who can help you when problems arise. Now, it's not like these issues come up every day. You just need to work around them from time to time and just move forward. Find a community in this business where you can talk to them when certain issues come up, or you just need guidance on something. There's always someone that's a few steps ahead of you and can give you some solid advice. And finally, the fourth one is be careful who you get your advice from. Some of these influencers are out here and they say that this is easy and you'll start making money in a month or two, which is just simply wrong. And also, following 20 different people is just difficult to know what's right or wrong, and you'll just be lost. And even worse is following somebody who has 3 months worth of online business experience and they're here teaching you how to make money online. This is a long game, and you need to understand that you need to have a long-term mindset in order to win at this game. Do the due diligence and find somebody who truly wants you to succeed and wants to help you. And here's where I want to show you a failed product that I've had, and I'll share some reasons why I think it flopped. I launched these wedding aisle runners a while back, and I spent time, money, and energy creating a listing, buying pictures, and everything else associated with launching a product. The first issue that I had was not vetting my supplier enough. It turned out that the supplier was selling on Amazon themselves, and I didn't really have any competitive advantage, and that was my mistake. Another problem was I didn't bring anything unique to this market. Had I gone out and figured out a way to actually make this wedding aisle runner better, add some accessory to it, or anything at all in order to bring a unique offer to that market, I might have gotten some sales. I basically came into this niche launching the same exact item with just slightly better pricing and just no unique offer, and customers didn't really care about it. I thought just because I made my title slightly better, I would get all the sales, but that's not what happened. It turns out I needed to put way more effort into studying the market and seeing what unique offer I can bring so that way I could get some sales. And it could have turned out fine, but at that time I still just couldn't figure out a way to make this product work. So I moved on, and while I did lose some money after ads, listing costs, and everything else, I kept going and launched new products, this time with all the lessons that I've learned. And my next products did quite well because I put in the effort and made sure that my product could compete in that market. I made sure to do everything correctly. I studied my competitors, I studied the listings, I studied the suppliers, and I did everything I possibly could in order to bring a unique selling point to that market. I even looked at how I can run ads better than the competitors, so anything I could possibly do, I did. I share some of these numbers in another video that I did, but I basically made $774,000 in revenue with just a few products at that point in that year. I'm still selling every single month, and it's only up from here. I'm still very much excited for the future of Amazon, and to grow alongside this huge e-commerce giant is a fun ride that I want to be a part of. So then, what has my experience been overall after doing this for a few years, and where do I see the future of Amazon FBA? I'm very happy that I got started. I remember it just like yesterday. I was starting out and I had all the doubts in the world. It's too saturated, it's too late, there's too many competitors, I can't make this work, there's just no way it's gonna happen. Everything was just a doubt for me. But you know what? Instead, I just gave it a shot. I still wanted to create my own product and try it out and just fall in love with the process. Amazon has not stopped growing and it continues to dominate the e-commerce landscape. I will continue optimizing my products, launching new ones, and I'll make sure to keep you updated along the way. If you're ready to put in the work, constantly adapt and grow, and solve little roadblocks along the way, then I think starting an online FBA business is definitely a good opportunity for you. And if you're not ready to risk some time and money, then honestly, maybe this opportunity is just not for you. And I'll leave you with this. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Go out there, take some action, and we're gonna celebrate your wins together. I'll see you in the next one.